What's happening, all you beautiful people? First of all, let me apologize for the lack of content. Life has been pretty hectic lately. I'm trying to get back into it. I apologize. I do. Daily videos, probably not likely, but at least I'm going to try and get as many as I can on the days that I have off, or the days that I can actually record. So I appreciate all your guys' support and continued support. We've got some Champions League of football to attend to today. In case you haven't forgotten, there will be a full recap of what's happened since the last episode. So don't worry. Chill. Let's get into it. Well, welcome back, folks. Like I said, it's been a while. Of course, last time out, we beat Manchester City 1-0. We then also, I think we played the St. Pauli game 2-0. I'm just going to go with that. I can't really remember. But since then, we've been undefeated in all competitions thus far. We beat Cologne 2-0. We drew with Dortmund 2-2. I think that was actually our second game, to be honest. We drew with Dortmund 2-2. We then beat Dynamo Dresden 3-0 in this one. Our first Champions League game, we beat Red Bull Salzburg 2-1. We then drew with RB Leipzig 1-1. Drew with Villarreal 5-1. And then we've been on a winning streak in the Bundesliga, beating Mönchengladbach 5-1 in this one. Iñaki picking up a hat-trick of goals. Werder Bremen was a bit of a boring game, a 1-0 win over that one. A draw. It was an own goal, by the way, that got us in there. Alan Carr picked up an injury. And then he recovered in Stuttgart. Alan Carr scored, giving his first goal in 10 hours, finally getting on the score sheet. That was his third goal of the season. BB picking up 2 as well after Stuttgart went quite early ahead. We had to wait a little bit. Today, though, we've got a triple header for you guys. Yes, that's right, triple header. We've got Blue Neri. For some reason, and I don't understand why, they're the only Italian team that the name just went back. I had it as Inter Milan at some point, but you can see all the other teams are back to normal. Bergamo is also now not correct. That was fine yesterday when I played to get to this point. That's annoying. I'll have to go check the fame. Napoli's still there, so that's at least nice. Milan is still there, AC Milan, so I really don't understand why Atlanta and Inter Milan decided to change back. But anyway, we are taking Inter Milan. We have had a couple of head-to-head previous meetings. We've yet to beat them. Of course, we drew with them 2-2 in a friendly last season, and then they beat us in the Champions League group phase last season 5-3. So, you know what? In terms of us, we need to actually do a little bit better. I think today might be the way that we can go victory, considering we haven't lost a single game this entire season. And if we go back all the way to last season, the last time we actually lost a game was back in February 2020, back in February 26th against Bayern Munich, where we lost 3-2 in that one. That's the last time we actually lost the game. And I mean, last season wasn't great. This season's been a lot better. So it's a long time away since we have lost the game. Hoping to beat Inter Milan. Our second game is against Manchester United in the Champions League. That's right. And then our third game is going to be against a team that's sort of fighting us at the top of the table in Bayer Leverkusen. So that's how we're doing a triple header. We are currently top of the table, or I'd say top of the table. We're second on the table, or because of 2-goal difference that Dortmund has scored more than us. We're 1 point ahead of Bayern Munich, and then 3 points ahead of Leipzig and Bayer Leverkusen. More importantly, we have a game in hand over Dortmund. So hopefully we can continue our form going in there. In terms of any transfers or anything, I know the transfer market did close a little bit later after I think it was just after the episode. But we did manage to do a little bit of movements in that little off period. In terms of players going out, we did loan out Jan Inagay, has gone out on loan to Hoffenheim, where he's actually not playing as great as I hope he had played. For some reason, they are using him as a striker, and I don't understand why. He's not really striker potential. I mean, with first touch of 10, and yeah. I mean, he's a winger. He's not that good either, but hopefully he can develop a little bit while out on loan. We did bring in one player that you guys didn't see, and that is a new striker, an £8.5 million striker in Lucas Mizrahi. 18 years of age, 2 caps for Argentina under 21s, 21 caps, sorry, for under 21s, 14 goals for the under 21s. He is a goal-scoring machine for Argentina, hoping to develop him a little bit better and really, really get him under the wraps and moving forward. Yeah, he was just a really, really good buy for us, in my opinion, at least. I do have Uge, who picked up a little bit of a knock and was out for another 91 days. He was out for a month and a half, which is kind of one of the reasons I decided to buy Mizrahi. But, I mean, yeah, Uge hasn't really performed that well for us. He's not available today. He is injured. Iñaki is not 100% fully fit, but Arnold is. So Arnold will come into there. Saha, Holmes, and Mirazi not available for this one. And honestly, I don't really have anyone. I mean, Junior is the only other one we can bring onto the bench. Everybody else is either injured or unavailable. Specht has picked up a little bit of a long-term injury with 2 months, so that does mean Holmes will probably be getting a lot more games in the Bundesliga because he's not registered for Champions League. Hugo is injured for another 9 days, so he won't feature. Hopefully in the summer or in the winter, we can try and sell Junior and maybe bring in 1 or 2 others, just backup players. I'm trying to bring in a little bit more German players. Shaughnessy is still wanted by a couple of teams. Kustra is now wanted by Aston Villa. Bournemouth and Brighton want Busten. And BB is wanted by Dortmund, RB Leipzig, and QPR. He is our current captain. He's not going anywhere. Let's get into the game. Taking on Inter Milan. Carrier in goals. Lombardi, Questra, and Goi as our back 3. Cesar Kikidakis over there. Villar is still recovering. He's still on international duty with the Argentinians. He's there for the whole of October. I think they're doing like a Copa America under 23s or something. Or it could be the Olympics. Olympics in 2030? No. Must be a Copa America thing that he's there with them. Busten, O'Shaughnessy, Bibi, Elnold, and Alan Carr all up front. In terms of goals, quickly, we can show you Bibi and Iñaki and really leading the packs. And Alan Carr finally getting back on the score sheet. So hopefully he can start improving a little bit. Gui has picked up 2 headed goals, which has been absolutely fantastic to see. And then in terms of assist, no one is coming clutch to Busten at the moment. 5 assists in just 3 games is absolutely insane. How much he's just absolutely taken to this role as an advanced playmaker like a duck to water. Let's get in the game. All right, we're starting off our action 5 minutes in, and we're pressing on against Inter. Goy and Busten passing it around there. Came from a little bit of I think it was a free kick. Can't remember actually now. Wasn't really paying much attention to the opening few minutes. Mora for them, though, on the breakaway. Comes inside. I think he was offside, and the flag does go up eventually there. That was an offside decision on Plenge. They're going for like a standard 4-4-2, which is pretty intense for, I mean, really old school 4-4-2, isn't it? Cesar, Busten, O'Shaughnessy. Our tactic doesn't really help us in trying to break down that 4-4-2. Although the wing-backs do get a little bit more freedom if they can break the wingers. Bibi is through on goals. Bibi scores his first Champions League game. First Champions League goal, though, rather. And that is a fantastic little finish. Stowaway, by the way, was a goalkeeper I was looking at as a potential transfer when we were looking to replace Silva or Sinsengalo, rather. And I mean, I feel like he should have done a little bit better. The only real reason I was looking at, I think he's German, if I'm not mistaken. Stowaway. Yeah, he's a German goalkeeper, 21 years old. He is still very, very good. Very interesting thing that he did there. He uses long throw to start counter-attacks. Why would a goalkeeper use a long throw to start counter-attacks? That is a weird trait to have as a goalkeeper. I mean, if you're sitting at the back and you start counter-attacks, great. But I mean, that's a weird one to have, isn't it? BB with the free kick now. BB! Oh, that was close. That was close. BB saying to Iñaki and Elankar, you guys both have 5. I want to get there as well. I want to be in double figures as well this season. Lombardi now, and the action is still just action-packed. Kikizakis is injured. Oh, no. I don't have another left back for the rest of the month. Ref. I mean, come on. Our player's down injured, and they're continuing on. That is not good. That is definitely not good. We're going to bring in Martinez. And I've been playing Gui a little bit on the left flank. You can see he can play as a winger. His crossing is just not great. But he's the only option we actually have to play out on that left flank side. And he's just... It's actually really funny to watch in the match engine. So hopefully we can get a highlight where you see a really tall man just bombing down that wing. Well, with 1 minute left, are we going to get an opportunity to see a tall man bombing down the wing? No, we're not. What a useless highlight. Well, Alan Carr from the kickoff highlight has come through. I was about to stay, no highlight coming, and then Alan Carr's come through. Alan Carr, what a goal. That was set up by Gui, by the way. I think he's going to get the assist. It was his header that just put Alan Carr right through. They tried to cross over Gui's header, set up Alan Carr. I think it'll give it to him. I don't know if anyone else took a touch on the way there to Alan Carr. But chef kiss good. 30 seconds into the next half. We're 2-0 up. All right, I was about to make some subs. They've got a corner now, trying to go in there. Koch gets dispossessed in the box. No penalty given. Carreras, Goncalves, De Freitas, Christians, Koch. Great save from Carrier. Great save from Carrier. Well, folks, nothing else has happened since that good save from Carrier. Looks like this match is going to end in a 2-0 victory, which does mean, according to the live table, which is now not available. I don't know. We'll see it in a minute. Let me click out of this. The match day stuff sometimes is just not acceptable. We've been unbeaten for 30 competitive games, by the way. I just got the achievement. Shout out to the team. 30 games undefeated. Absolutely fantastic. We can have a look at the stages in the Champions League. Now moves us into 5th place after our draw with Villarreal and our 2 victories. Like I said, we take on Manchester United. They're sitting near the bottom. Inter Milan also kind of sitting next to the bottom. That's in a couple of weeks' time. We've got some matches in between. We'll see you guys for the Manchester United game. Right, we are back for the Manchester United game. We've got some players not 100% fit, but I have to play them because I just don't have enough quality players to step up into that position. 2 of them are the wingbacks, Goy and Cesar. Well, I was going to say wingbacks. Goy and Cesar. Goy has played quite a bit on the left-hand side. Villar is finally back in time for this match. He will slot in there. Goy and Cesar they'll fight through the match. They'll be fine. And then in the midfield, O'Shaughnessy not 100% and BB not 100%. Again, those 2 just need to fight through it. We do have good quality backup on the bench. And you know what? Sitomoski has actually played very, very well. So I'll give him a run and give Cesar a rest. Mikal has also played quite well. We've actually been using Emre Michael a little bit more on that left-hand side. And he is developing quite a little bit. Already got 2 goals in the Bundesliga in just 3 games. 1 start, 2 coming off the bench. So he is a very good, useful player. But I feel like BB is just that much better that we need to have him on the team, to the point where Manchester United have now also joined the race to try and sign him. So a little bit of an audition. The only other change that we have done over the couple of weeks is Koistra has moved over to the right-hand side. Lombardi is down in the middle. I've just realized his passing isn't that great. So playing as a ball-playing defender, Lombardi was a little bit hindered in that position, whereas Koistra is even worse. But Koistra just seems to just get the ball-playing concept a little bit better. Don't know why. I think he's just got better mentals and better physicals, so it kind of just sits in that motion quite nicely. With someone like Gui, who is just a beast when it comes to being a ball-playing defender. Yeah, I mean, the three of them have been very good, let's be honest. By the way, we're still undefeated. Let's go in there. We drew with Dynamo Brisbane, beat them on penalty shootout. In fact, let's actually just quickly go show you the results instead of me trying to remember off the top of my head. There we go. We drew with Wolfsburg 1-1. It was a very heavily rotated squad in this one. Had to just give some rest to some of the players. Dynamo Brisbane, again, rotated. Penalty shootout. I thought Alan Carr, we had lost it when he missed his first penalty. And then 2 heroic saves from Carrier getting us through there. And our most recent with the full strength team beating Hamburg 2-0. Alan Carr and BB both picking up the goals. Let's get into the game, taking on Manchester United. And it is at Old Trafford. It is a Manchester United squad that still features Benjamin Sesko in the team. I mean, we are like, what, 13 years into the future, and he is still leading the line, 36-year-old. The other one is Due is there, the former PSG wonder kid, 34 years of age. So really, it is an aged squad in terms of star players. There is 1 or 2 other really good players, but we should not be letting the likes of Sesko and Due really destroy us. This guy, though, Lopez, is one that we need to keep an eye on. He is in the Ballon d'Or talk, apparently. Iñaki. We're going to have a quick look at Lopez. I mean, he is really good. Lorenzo Lopez. He's older as well, but this man is just... He's good. Hasn't scored many goals this season. Only 2 goals in 12 appearances, but he's a very, very good player out on that left side. I just noticed they got Zaire Emery as well playing at left back, at right back. Surely he's a better midfielder than right back, right? Horsen Bosch, Zaire Emery. Something we can exploit there. Alan Carr, Iñaki. Look how Zaire is cut inside. Has left Villar wide open. Not taking opportunity, but Iñaki has. Zaire Emery out of possession. Busten goes for the long-range effort. Homan can't get a hand to it. It hits the upright. Comes back down across. Satowoski trying to cut in. And that was a good chance. That is a very, very good opportunity. Gui across to Lombardi. Koistra moves it forward. Nicely done from Koistra. BB. He's got options ahead of him. He goes back to Busten, who finds back to BB. He's going to try and run his man, and he's going to beat his man. Busten helps and ends the launching hand. Busten across. O'Shaughnessy. Let's go. His first Champions League goal in Union Berlin colors. I think it might even be his first Champions League goal ever. I don't know if he played Champions League with Celtic, but what a finish here. Busten beautifully cut in the 2 midfielders. Picture perfect. That was brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Right, the second half is underway. We're leading 1-0. My assistant manager thinks I should bring on Oliver for BB. I disagree. We're going to keep going. BB is looking very, very tired. I'm keeping an eye on Guy and O'Shaughnessy as well. Most likely to make some changes. They made some swaps, although they moved now some players around. 62 minutes in, they've made a couple of changes. They've got some fresh legs on there. Bombstud finding Naipan, who is one of those fresh legs. Due back in the midfield now. Lopez looking to try and launch this forward. Vamstad. Lopez goes for the chance. Not going to beat Carrier's opportunity. They made another. Kashnikov has come on as well. And he's coming on with an injury. Is that the... It is him. The former Man City dude. Inter Milan bought him for 101 million. And then are loaning him out at 34. That is... yeah, okay. We're going to make some changes. We've got some very tired out legs out there. BB is absolutely shattered. We'll bring on Michael for him. Elsewhere, Giri is also absolutely shattered. Martinez will come in there. O'Shaughnessy is broken. I'm going to bring on Uge to play on that side because Busten is also going to come off for Rao to play on that side. Uge, I like him. And I'm trying to give him minutes. He can play as a centre mid, attacking midfielder. So that's kind of reason why I'm bringing him in on there. Elsewhere, just Villar is looking a bit tired. Martinez can play there as well. But I'm going to give Villar a little bit more time. I don't want to make all 5 subs in one go. Alan Carr with the corner. 4 minutes left. I have made that other stop. I did bring in Foley to play, and Martinez has moved over to the left wing. Koistra with the opportunity. And that wasn't far off. That wasn't far off for 2-0. Well, there you have it. A 1-0 victory. It puts us back into contention. The top 8 currently sitting. And it dropped us all the way down to the bottom for some reason. Oh, it puts us on top. We're not right at the bottom. It just did I just scroll up. Well, there we go. We're sitting on top of the table of the Champions League. Probably will change a little bit after that because everybody else behind us has a few more games to play. We'll see you guys, though, in 3 days' time, where we're taking on Borussia Dortmund. And I kind of saw this one coming. Oliver is unhappy. We'll sort him out. Well, guys, we're back for the Leverkusen game. Made a couple of changes on the bench, at least. Saha and Mirazi have come back into the squad. Yuge is going to be in that midfield. Main starting 11 is going to be the same, just Sitkoski out for Cesar. And that is the starting 11. We got Kerrier in goals, Koistra, Lombardi, Goy, Cesar, Villar, Busten, O'Shaughnessy, Bibi, Iñaki, and Alan Carr. Let's get into it. Taking on Bayer Leverkusen. It is again away from home. All right, Lombardi coming back. Koistra. Cesar. He's got options ahead of him. One of them is the captain in Bibi, looking to try and beat his man, and he does beat his man. Busten shot takes a huge block, and that was an offside anyway when Bibi picked up the ball from the deflection. It must have come off one of our own. Of course, Leverkusen have been a little bit of a bogey team when it comes to us. The fact remains we're still undefeated in all competitions. I think we're closing in on 40 games now. I think we're about 35. This will be 36, I think. Osfana. Gilmere. Osfana comes in, and that's a great finish from Osfana. Aparecidio Osava. That is a damn good goal. I can't even be mad at that. I'm talking about undefeated streaks and whatnot. I think that was just a good finish. The power of the afro from Carrier could not do anything to save that. Although I feel like he should have done a little bit better. I have noticed we've got 3 guys with afros all at the back. In Carrier, Gui, and Cesar. We're making an afro team. Krone. The good Gilmere goes through. Good tackle initially, but he somehow managed to get through. Gilmere makes his way all the way through. Koistra trying to cut him down, and that's another goal. Da Vinci with his first goal of the season. We are not doing well at all. We are not doing well at all. I shout words of encouragement just to try and get us out of this. Leverkusen on the attack again. Osava. Da Vinci, the 2 goal scorers linking up nicely. Cesar dispossesses him beautifully, and now there's a bit of a gap. Because Osava's out of possession, and Bibi is exploiting it. He's got options in the box. Alan Carr is there. Busten is also there. Busten going to go at it alone. Keeper makes a vital touch. I think it was going out, but Van Buschen making sure it's not a corner and just a throw-in. Van den Boschenden, what's his name? Van der Bosche. That was a good little counter-attack. More of that, please. Osava steps up. The first highlight since we caused a good save from the keeper. I want to say he's offside, Dennis Crone. He looked very much offside. In fact, there was about 3 or 4 players there that all looked offside. Okay. I was going to say referee. Yeah, you can see well, immediately this man right here is offside, the Smith. And he's the one who gets the header. Krone and who's that? Not Koistra. Gilmere were both offside there, as well as this Smith hit the header. So like there was just 3 players all in offside positions. We're going to make some swaps. We've been absolutely horrible. Inyaki's been bad. We're going to bring in Arnold to play in there. Villan is actually playing super bad. You know what? Saha come in there and go onto the left. Shaughnessy's been absolutely horrendous. Huge come in there. And you know what? Alan Carr, you've been bad as well. Mizari come in there. Am I going to do all 5 subs? I think I'll do 4. I'll keep one in my back pocket just in case he's... Well, with 2 minutes left to play, it's all pretty much done and dusted. We do record our first loss in 35 games. And it is again by Leverkusen. It always is by Leverkusen, isn't it? It's just that team. It's just them. They do this to me. They do this to me every single time. It was just an off day at the office. I think we'll bounce back. And I think we'll be okay. O'Shaughnessy needs a bit of a rest. So, you know what? I think now is the perfect time to give him that rest. You want to rest? Okay, he will have a rest. He's injured for a couple of days. Leverkusen beat us. Okay. In terms of when we're coming back, I mean, we've got PSG coming up in about 2 months' time. I might come back a little bit earlier. I'm looking at Bayern Munich. I'm looking at Porto. I think that's 2 big games. So I think we're coming back in December for those 2. Yeah, I think that's it. Porto and Bayern Munich in December. Couple of games time. We'll see you then. Thank you so much for all you beautiful people joining in on the Vazslap Vuvuzela Victory Challenge. There's too many V's in that one, but it's fine. Hit like, hit subscribe to your parents, grandparents, lovers, and them haters. We'll see you guys next episode. Hoping it will be tomorrow, but I can't promise anything, guys. Unfortunately, my work today, or this last 2 months, have just been absolutely crazy. So I'm trying my best to get as much content out as possible. Bear with me. Love you all. See you guys next episode. Peace and chicken grease.